It's okay, we will do it again, inshallah, no problem. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Very good. You know how in the time of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, the adhan used to be made, and before the microphones and before the effects and everything, people used to go at the top of the masjid and they used to make adhan. Okay. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. No, look at the message. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. If the people are already coming to the masjid, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Those things you can understand. Those are just techniques that I adopted. Your technique will be different. So in every part, there are different areas that people can adopt their own method. But this is the way. If the person is coming automatically, there is no force required. But if there is force required, then the adhan will have that kind of intensity. But if all the people are coming to the masjid anyway, you don't have to tell them, please come for salah, you know. That person is coming anyway. There's no need to reinforce that. No problem, it's done. But there are people who are still playing, there are people who are still in the houses, are still playing, or doing something else other than coming for prayer because adhan has started. So for those people, now you can imagine when it's coming from the microphone or from the speaker, they should feel that, okay, the adhan is dragging me towards the masjid. It is asking me to go. And exactly those kind of actions. Actually, I met one of the sheikh of Egypt, and he explained to me in 1940s, they used to stand at the top of the masjid, and exactly that's how used to do. People who used to sell different things on the streets, he used to make adhan and ask them, you know, close their shops, and then say, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Hayya ala salah. حي على الصلاة حي على just like that. If you feel those effects, that's how I learned it. I think it will be easier, inshallah, if you do the same thing. How are we doing with the time?
5 more minutes.
Okay. We're going to cut short the part where you're going to do solo, because I know it's a little bit too much for everyone, but we'll do it one more time together and then we'll close the session. If there are any questions, then we'll just open the door, inshallah. Okay. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. First part again. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. We go to the next part. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. This is the interesting part, right, of the adhan, as I mentioned. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة. Very nice, mashallah. Coming close, very good. حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. Now you can either end with a long one or a short one, depending on your stamina and depending on how you're feeling. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, or Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Which one you want? The first one. The first one. Okay, no problem. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. Jazakumullahu khairan. MashaAllah. Individual, we'll actually open the floor for questions and then we'll see how the time goes, inshallah. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah, we have finished our adhan session with sample A, sample B, sample C. And whoever is interested to enhance whichever sample that we have discussed, they are more than welcome to get in touch with us, inshallah. And we can give you more practice by having workshops like these. And obviously, we cannot learn everything overnight. It takes practice, dedication, and a lot of effort on ourselves. And finally, if there are any questions regarding any kind of samples or any part of adhan, more than welcome. The floor is open for question answers. Yes?
In the rules of the adhan, I wanted to know that is holding your ears important, like is it part?
Okay, that's a good question. When you are following the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, there is one thing that you have to note, that Rasulullah ﷺ told Bilal radiallahu anh to make adhan. And then he did not make adhan just by holding his hands. First thing he did was kept his two hands. So that is one thing. أطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول. The first thing, that you obey Allah and His Messenger. The second thing is, what's the reason behind it? Now, as you have questioned, there are many youth, many young generation people who ask the question, and the answer is very simple. Once you take your hands and try to cover your ears, you will only hear yourself. It will filter out all the different disturbing noises that are coming, and you'll be able to make adhan or recite more easily. But if you open your ears, so many times the imam is reciting in the masjid, and then when he's reciting, many people only just do all those weird noises, and the imam thinks that he has made a mistake. In fact, they're just fixing their throats or anything. But at the time of adhan, if someone is just opening their hands, and this is a moment where you are actually inviting people towards worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you need complete concentration. No doubt you need complete concentration in salah. But the difference between salah and adhan is, in adhan you are not actually in prayer. You can actually look and you can just take breaks. You can do like Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. That's how Bilal radiallahu anh and all the Sahaba and Salaf al-Salih did actually. They used to Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Oh, I see someone still hiding there. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. That's how they're inviting people. That's how, because they're seeing at the same. But in Salah, you can't do it. It's very sad to see many people. I've seen many people in Ramadan, this month. Like when the Imam is going to finish. I don't know why they keep a watch in the Salah anyway. Oh, still 5 minutes. The problem again is they're not enjoying the recitation. Their khushu and khudu is going away. Next question, inshallah. Please keep a track of time so that we are, following the schedule. Yes, next question. Yes.
Direction is correct, so the azan is not reached. So, is it compulsory that you face Kaaba?
Oh yes, definitely.
So,
That, how can we do it?
yeah, I mean, how do you
ensure the voice to
is reached? Because not always the wind is towards
Okay, that's a very interesting acoustical question, if you may will, And the simple answer that I can give is, if you try to have an open area, try to go as close as to the mountains, because the voice will go and hit the mountain and come back. Or if the open ground is pointing towards buildings or a huge constructional area, then if you go towards that area, then the voice will echo back or come back. But if you don't have anything, it's completely open, don't worry, the same sound will go and come back. A boomerang, you throw it, it keeps coming back. The sound will come back. This is the sunnah, the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The sound will come back. And actually, if there is no person in a room or in a huge building, you don't do anything, you just take away the walls, take away everything. And you just say, Allahu Akbar. No echo, no delay. But after 2-3 minutes, you'll feel that same voice is coming back. So it will definitely happen, how the time of the wind. But seldom you'll find yourself in that position. Alhamdulillah, you are in a place where you have masajid, microphones, everything is there. So, alhamdulillah. Oh yeah. Yes.
Just the knowledge of musical notes will help you learn Azan faster.
I wouldn't recommend musical tones. The reason is that any person who learns anything regarding music will go into the realm or in the boundaries of musical tones. I'll tell you a very interesting example. For example, if a person is reciting or making adhan, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, that is going into the realm of music. You don't want that. And then this is called in Arabic as tamtit, that extending outside the boundary of qira'ah and outside the boundary of the proper huquq of the recitation. So, no doubt, adhan is not like Quran, because you have to follow the full rules of tajweed, but at the same time, you're not supposed to make it like a musical thing. Yes, you're supposed to make it beautiful, but not so much so that it is entering into the fold of music. And I try to advise most of our brothers very humbly and respectfully that it's better if you stay away from that area. Because once you get it, you'll enjoy it, and according to many riwayat, if you actually listen and read it, most of the adhans are not extended more than 6 or more. You'll never hear anyone making adhan like this. Just listen to this. It might sound beautiful, but it is wrong. Hayya ala salah, Hayya ala salah. It doesn't sound adhan, it becomes like a musical tone then. But if you want a real adhan, then you just make Hayya ala salah, Hayya ala salah. That's all. Next question. Yes.